So I just got back from a briefing with OPPO here in London, where we were briefed about the OPPO Find X9 series, the X9 and the X9 Pro. Obviously, the Ultra is going to come a little bit later. Typically, that runs a different processor. This is going to run the Dimensity 9500 from MediaTek, while the Ultra usually uses the latest from Snapdragon and comes usually in the spring. So we were able to pick up the Find X9 Pro, and we're going to unbox it along with a few other things here. So first up here, we have a aramid fiber, carbon fiber case here. This is part of the converter kit, which is down here on the bottom, which we're going to get to that a little bit later. But here we have the Find X9 Pro. So let's go ahead and unbox this, and we'll get to these other stuff in a little bit. So right here on the top, we have what is probably paperwork and possibly a case. Sometimes OPPO does include a case in here, even though they do give us a case separately. So we do have the quick start guide, safety guide, and SIM ejection tool. Now keep in mind, this isn't coming to the US, so the fact that it does have a SIM ejection tool is not that surprising. And then under that, we do have the OPPO Find X9 Pro, which looks like we have the white. I think it's called silky white. I'll have to double check and make sure that that's the name of this color. It's only available in two colors, so we have the silky white, and then we have a sort of like dark gray, which I did get a picture of both colors together at the briefing today, and I'll insert it here in the video. They look pretty good, although the base model does look better because it does have that red. But here we have a satin finish here on the back of the phone. The camera is a little bit glossy, which is, it's okay. It does give you a little bit of a nice like change here instead of it all being glossy. But it is a bit different from what we had on the XA series last year. So here we do still have their version of the quick button. This is going to work for OPPO, I think it's Mind Snap or something like that. OnePlus has had it on Oxygen OS for a little while now. So now we have the power button and volume marker up here, and then the quick button down here, which is basically the version of camera control, which has been reworked this year for the Pro. It's not on the base model, it's only on the Pro. It's still capacitive, which does make it better than what Apple has with the camera control, because when you press down, the whole phone moves and over shaky photos. But because it's capacitive, it moves a lot less. So let's go ahead and turn this on while we unbox the rest of the box. In here we do have USB-C to USB-A, which is really nice to see. Unfortunately, it does not look like we have a charger in the box this year. We do have USB-A to C converter here, which is a little surprising to see, really. Google stopped including this a few years ago. But the fact that we don't have a charger in the box is a little surprising. Let's go ahead and unbox this case. This is the skin feel magnetic case. So this should have MagSafe or whatever you want to call it built in. But this is a, it's kind of silicone, but not really. It's not grippy like silicone. It actually does have like a skin feel. I don't know, I kind of actually like this case. Let's go ahead and pop it on. Let's see what it looks like. Here's what it looks like in this case. It's got a pretty nice contrast compared to the white that's here. Let's put that aside and then jump into the OPPO Hasselblad converter kit. Into the OPPO Hasselblad teleconverter kit. So in here we do have a telephoto lens from Hasselblad. This is going to look very similar to what Vivo did last year with the, I believe it's the X200 Ultra. So we have the magnetic, or not magnetic, but the attachment that goes onto that aramid fiber case. That's right here. So this just slides on like that. And then we have the actual lens here. So this says telephoto 3.28. This does use the telephoto lens, which is a 200 megapixel periscope lens here on the Find X9 Pro. Now, what OPPO has told us is that this will get us 10x zoom, like optically, and it can go all the way up to 20x lossless, but it can go all the way up to at least 200x, like fully digital zoom. Obviously, it's not going to look great, especially if you don't have a tripod, but that is really nice to have. So let's go ahead and we also have a mounting bracket here. So you can put this onto a tripod and use it for pictures. Let's go ahead and pop this case off. It will pop the aramid fiber case on. We'll take the back cover off. It just snaps right into place. And then this is how it's going to look. So right now this only works on the Find X9 Pro. We did ask about this at our briefing, whether it would come to, say, the regular Find X9 or even the Find X8 from last year. And basically what OPPO told us is that there is a lot of customization that needs to be involved for this. Not only the case and the converter here that is on the case, but also in software so that it is nice and smooth to zoom between the regular camera and then this one too. Now, as you can see here, it does cover up the other cameras. So when this is on, you can only use this camera. So it means it's not something you're going to want to keep on all the time or even keep the adapter on all the time.